So in your life, there comes a moment where you make this kind of peculiar decision. And I say peculiar because most people don't make the decision to start off-ramping from the corporate world, essentially.
Yeah.
You buy your first business, right? So you're in a job.
Yep.
And while you're in the job, you decide to buy a business.
Yep.
Did you have loads of cash when you did that?
No. In fact.
And why did you do it? What was the thought process that made you go, do you know what, that's a good idea?
I think it's usually triggered from some sort of pain. Like at that time, I was fighting a little bit with the CEO of the company that I was working in. And they really wanted me to run this business that I'd taken from zero to a couple billion in assets under management. And they wanted me to continue running it, but I started getting press and stuff started happening because we had this growth. And they wanted me to do it really quietly. And not as much the CEO, but some of the other managing directors. I was by far the youngest. I was the only female. And, that company was wild. But they basically, in many ways, were like, you need to do it our way. And I was like, well, your way didn't get you to this couple $2 billion under management. It works great for you guys over here, but it didn't over there. So no, I'm going to run the business this way. And so we were kind of arguing a little bit. And I think I saw the writing on the wall that it wasn't my casino. They weren't my chips. I was working for somebody else. And at the end of the day, they were writing the rules, as is fair. It was their business. And I knew that at some point I was either going to get pushed out or leave. And so at that point, I started buying these businesses on the side because I wasn't sure I wanted to work for somebody ever again.
I'm fascinated by the first step people take because the first step seems to be the hardest. That first step to buying that first business, and you're stepping out into uncertainty and the unknown there. And that's really like if I could give one thing to the audiences that have listened to me for the last 10 years on social media and on this podcast, it would just be the answer to taking that first step, like out into, like you did at 29, 30 to buy that first business. Talk to me about specifically that first one.